the Fiat's leaving, so we're leaving, right? So straight home. We're not stopping anywhere. Don't need battery. We don't need fuel. We don't need anything. We've got milk. We've got enough milk to. Right, you got everything? Aye. So let's go for it. Go for it, Gungadin. We don't need a high-vis jacket when we're driving the car. Right, we're going. Suspension's sorting itself out. We don't need reading glasses when we're driving the car. We'll have to do a bit of a reflection on things. I think time is time. You know, like if you're feeling bad about something or time, for me anyway, it works with me. I can sort my emotions out, but it takes time, and basically you've got to like flush out the stuff that doesn't matter. And usually that really means these discombobulations. Doing that thing, have you forgotten? Well, what the fuck have you forgot? Nothing. There's nothing for you to forget. You've got your bag here, you've got the keys for the car because they're in the ignition, you've got your phones because they're sitting there, and you've got your battery pack. How the fuck could you forget anything? There's nothing you could forget. Aye, so I think the problem with me is it takes me ages to get over like little upsets and things. There's something wrong with my, something wrong. I know there's something wrong with me, yeah, I know that. There is something wrong with me. God, there's nothing wrong with it. I don't cope with emotions. I can't handle my emotions, and they're all weird and everything. So I don't like being assertive with people. It really takes me a long time to go over it. I really don't like it. I get like sort of, I don't know what it is. Well, I do know what it is. It's because I was brought up by a fucking maniac. My mother was mentally deranged, and the effects she had on us, and we're genetically. There's a big crane and that there. We are genetically from her. I mean my brother and sister. How it affected us is what I'm saying, and it affected us all pretty badly. I wonder if can you drive across this bit? Like, let's fucking go right over it. Oh, hi, that's all right, isn't it? Hi, hey, oh, that was good. Oh, well, yeah, it didn't do any good though, but never mind. We have been there, we've videoed it already. We're not videoing it anymore, roundabouts. Oh, look at the state of the signs. Jesus Christ. And is that going to Les Mahigo? Because we're going on the motorway, and they're going away to the left. What the fuck's going on here? Right. Yeah, how would it affect? What am I? Why am I going? Oh yeah. So it means that I don't really have any confidence. Well, I do have some, but I'm not a confident person, and I feel guilty and bad, and I'm far. I'm not at all psychopathic. I'm probably the opposite of that, which is something irrational. Like so I'm capable of doing horrible things, but then you've got to live with it. Yeah. This car's a fantastic car to drive. It's lovely and smooth. Well, it's quite a good result. Let's just try and think of the positives. But unfortunately, the hotel I stayed at. Right, so what was fundamentally wrong with it is there's no parking. That I'm just going to say that, and that's what caused the hassle. There's no parking at it, so you can't park your car at the hotel, especially when there's a frigging carnival on. Is that one of them battery facilities? It fucking looks like it. That's on the left there. Yeah, it is. Fucking horrible thing. Oh no, that's the maddest thing they ever did. It was the battery facilities. Fuck it, it's insane. Absolutely insane. So we've got all these wind farms here and the battery facilities. And the battery facilities are there because wind farms are useless. So they need to store the power in these batteries. It's absolutely mad. It doesn't do anything. All it does is it helps the Chinese Communist Party. That's all it does. That's the only benefit it's got. And the criminals who decided it was a good idea to do it in this country. The only thing you could really hope for as well, eventually, well, it's already starting to dissipate anyway. They're going to have to take all that shit down over the next 10 years. But the only thing we've got to do is vote for the Reform Party. Just forget about all the other stuff. Like, what's the point of having 27 genders if you get burnt alive with a battery? Well, the toxic fumes land on top of you. It's not like you're going to get burnt alive. It's more the toxic fumes is a problem. Right. Okay. So, yeah. So it spoiled it, and the lassie was that. So apparently, it's Indian people's got that hotel, and so the hotel itself has been really nice, and it's starting to get a bit worn, but the food was good. The food was good. The room was all right. It was cheap. I mean, it was what was it again? 100. Oh, God, steering shake's terrible. £111 for 2 nights. And it was £17. Fucking hell! Come on, get past me. Thank you. Oh, was that worth it? So that was, that was as it goes. That was pretty cheap. But what happened at the end totally ruined it. And it was when I was getting in the car to leave, there was a horrible woman came up and told me to move my car, and I was already moving it. So obviously I videoed her, right? Which is I had the video on. It was on pause, and it was sitting in the seat of the car. And that's what I do now. If any entitled nutter comes up telling me what to do, I'm going to video them, and that's absolutely what you should do. Maybe for the last 50, 60, 70, 80 years with this woman, she hasn't had this problem. She can come up and annoy people, telling them what to do. So I went for a little walk after it. I decided not to go. I was just so annoyed. I went for a walk and the phone was ringing. It was the hotel, and I didn't answer it because I knew what was happening, because the woman went into the hotel. And then I walked around a big circle, got in the car and drove away. And I pulled in the promenade and I videoed the conversation. I phoned up the hotel, and she hung up on me because I said it wasn't part of her remit to deal with my parking. Well, anybody's parking outside, but it's public. And she hung up, so I phoned back. I want to speak to a manager. No, she wouldn't let me speak to a manager. So they're fucking useless, aren't they? So they've got this young lassie. So what happened is, this woman had went in there complaining about my car, or me, and it was nothing to do with it, the hotel. And she should have batted it away by saying something like, if she's an experienced person, which she wasn't. It's got nothing to do with us. I don't know whose car that is. That's not one of our guests. So this woman was a real cow, like. So she's on YouTube now, and I'm not taking it down at all. No, I'm not. I don't even know if there's that many people watched it anyway, but it's on as a short. But we'll put it on again. There's Kalina. And so, the second time I phoned, she says I couldn't speak to a manager. Well, what I said was I was really disappointed. Look, the thing is, she never asked me, this woman, the receptionist, never asked me anything. This morning, was the food alright? Did you enjoy your stay? What are you doing now? Where are you going now? Nothing. None of that. And I wanted to criticise her when I did my video when I was leaving the hotel. This is before this woman. This is before it got worse. And I didn't want to do it because I didn't want to be mean to her. I just thought, I don't want to be mean to this lass. She's young. You know, she's inexperienced. Maybe she just needs to learn. But that's how you learn. Unfortunately, you have to learn. And you can't have. So basically, I'm in a situation where I can review the hotel. Whereas the lady that went in and complained, she didn't stay there. She just went in for apparently she went in for a coffee. So she said. So we'll listen back to that conversation. But I do sound slightly mad when I start going on to people. I think it has been a bit of a problem in my life that when I am trying to sort something out, people get scared or whatever it is. But maybe it's because I'm Scottish. Yeah, let's just blame it on that. Anyway, so it spoiled the 2 days. It really spoiled it. So now I don't want to go back to that hotel. But the whole problem was right from the start was it was too cheap. It was cheap for a reason, and that's what you got. You got an incompetent staff member. She's just a strange fucking young lassie who didn't know what the fuck she was doing. You know? So you have to learn to deal, if you're in a public facing job like that, you have to learn how to deal with people. And then, so she left me like really pissed off. I spent there for 2 days, and I got abused at the end of it. When all she had to say was, it's nothing to do with us, we've got nothing to do with the parking outside. Because it's true, you don't. There was nobody there was nobody in a wheelchair, there was nobody, and I was, it's obvious that I was actually leaving, I was going. So it's just it was just a opportunity for that horrible narcissist to vent her feelings, you know. But we've got videos now, we've got video equipment, so she's a miserable old cow. Now, and then there was like 3 things happened as I was leaving. There was 3 unfriendly things happened. Was it had been alright for 2 days, and then the truck driver, he was wrong, right? So like he stopped and took a photograph of me videoing him. You cannot do that. You're driving a fucking truck, you moron. So that'll be good. I've already put that on as a shot, but we'll do a better job of that. We'll have a look at that when I get to the computer. You cannot do that. And not only that, you're a data handler as well. So there's 2 reasons you can't do that. Tough shit. If you don't like getting videoed, don't drive a freaking truck, you moron. So he was a bit of a twat. And what else happened? We got overtaken by the motorbike, which was pretty tight. I need to try and find that. I was trying to find it as a short bit. The other thing, what happened was, we did a bit of truck spotting, and got some peeps and everything. That was near Carlisle, and at Carlisle it was good, yeah. It was good. And then going up the motorway, pissing with rain in Scotland. I think it must have been not as far north as Lockerbie. It started pissing with rain, and the Volkswagen Polo in front, it was in the middle lane. And what was I supposed to do? Well, there's somebody overtaking me in the outside lane. The Volkswagen Polo suddenly stopped. Well, it didn't stop, but it slowed down a lot. And it's just my wipers were on full. I think they couldn't see where they were going, I think. And there was nothing in front of them. I had to overtake them, and I just realised how dangerous it can be when you're in the motor. What you do is, pissing with rain, probably staying in the middle lane was probably not a good option. Probably better to go to the inside lane, yeah. So then we seen a Jaguar E-Type, a silver one, on a truck. That was up. It was up the other side of Crawford somewhere. So I need to try and find that. And then when we pulled into Cairn Lodge Services, there was a red Jaguar E-Type. People getting in it, and the guy gave me a wave and everything. It was brilliant. Because as soon as I seen it, I thought, I'm videoing that. That's a fantastic car. It sounded brilliant. I'm assuming it was a V12, probably. Yeah. So now the worst thing I've seen today, and I didn't video it, is because I didn't video it because I was sitting in the car talking to my pal. I was videoing trucks going past at Moffat. That was when we stopped at Moffat, and I couldn't believe what I actually seen. And I did put the video on of what after. There's a little bairn about 5 years old who walked ran across the road, and I don't know, his father shouting at him, and another bairn, I don't know who it was, and it was an electric car that stopped. And I seen this with my own eyes. I didn't video it. I switched the video on. It was fucking like unpleasant to watch that. Obviously, it would be a horrible thing to witness, you know. But in that, it was one of these. When the bairn ran right across the road, the road into Moffat. It's a really busy road. It's got heavy traffic. It's got buses. It's got, you know, it's got everything on it, like, you know. But the thing is, you know, you can't have kids running across the road, right? So, unfortunately, obviously nobody didn't do it deliberately, just for whatever reason, he didn't have a hood of him or something. It's something that can happen. A horrific thing that, if that had happened. So anyway, I went to look at the boating pond. We'd done that already. The boating pond was like really badly dry. The ducks were sort of like struggling a bit. So we came up to Cairn Lodge Services and sat there and loaded videos for a couple of hours. Had a cappuccino. So now we're driving straight home. What else? There's probably loads more, but I can't remember it all. So probably better going in the middle lane here, wouldn't we? Any stowbats. The car's coming up the inside of me though. Yeah, well, yeah. I am looking in my mirrors. What does that say up there? A985 closed after Garden Bridge. Right. Right, okay. I've got somebody behind me. We'll just pull in now. And yeah, so I read about that today. Was there something that happened up there? Like fire or something? Maybe a lot of thermal, but not necessarily like the A985. You've got to come off there to go on the M8, the meat. Right. So all in all, yeah. I feel a wee bit like a social pariah when I'm doing all these videos all the time. I mean, I've got a way of doing it that's kind of discreet. It looks like I'm just using my phone. I suppose it is a bit antisocial. I think it definitely is, yeah. Because you're you know, at the same time, well, we're living in an antisocial world, aren't we? A corporate world, full of corporate greed, and eventually it's going to be that we don't have. I think we'll eventually get replaced by robots. So that'd be weird, wouldn't it? Imagine humanity gets replaced by computers, and how would that work? But who's going to maintain them? The other computers. Is that just snake eating itself then? I don't know. But it all just becomes a bit strange. I mean, I think a lot of people are largely ignorant to a lot of that stuff. Well, no, they're ignorant to the possibilities of it. And they go, oh, they get like, listen to J.K. Rowling, wanting men out of women's sport and stuff and all that shit. How fucking stupid is that? You know, when we're about to be replaced by robots, you know, you fucking moron. Actually, must be quite, like, for somebody that's such a successful writer, I can't really see how. She's not a great thinker, is she? She's a chancer. She made loads of money off that Harry Potter book. Gotta be a chancer. I mean, I'm not really the type that goes reading a lot of stuff like that to actually, but what I listen to her, she must be quite unpleasant and not really very forward thinking. I think since where Nicola Sturgeon lives. Yeah. So we're going to Stirling. Stirling. I think it's down Mount Vernon. Quite well, I think they're quite well off areas. I think it's down Mount Vernon, yeah. So yeah, so we'll just keep going straight along. Yeah, we're not stopping anywhere. Fuck it. We get all this shit out of the car. Well, I just have to get my clothes and my food out. That's all the milk. Get the milk out of the car. Welcome to Glasgow. We're in Glasgow, yeah. So yeah, I quite like this sort of journey. It's quite cool. I'm planning a video on the whole. I don't think we'll stop. We'll just keep videoing this right to Bannocburn. That'll be quite interesting, won't it? For everybody. Wow, we're not really here. I suppose so. So we've lowered it down to 50 or 70. Oh, it must have been 50 back there. And oh, that shit, eh? Fucking crap. Well, what else went? Well, the breakfast was brilliant. I think it's a pity because that lassie let them all down. Because now I don't. And I feel guilty as well, a wee bit because it was such a good. The food was really good, and the prices were really good. They need to manage that. That lassie's not fit to be left there on her own. It's going to piss everybody right off. I'm going to land up giving. I'm not really the type to do negative reviews. I could say something like parking's a major problem or something. Yeah, so that's a pity that. Anyway, that's just part of the experience. We'll have to start thinking about the next break. As far as the alcohol goes, I did it right. I had 4 pints each night. That's 8 pints altogether, and that was before the tea. And I thoroughly enjoyed every fucking one of them. So that was the other factor in the morning when that woman started on me. That, well, I mean, I wouldn't give anybody any cheek anyway. You know, if you start arguing with somebody like that, I might have been over the limit in the morning. You know, I don't really know if I was or not. I don't think I was, but certainly the limit is higher in England. Yeah, so I'm doing 85, and I remember how many years ago now? It was a 1979 Cortina. It was 1985 doing 85 in the Cortina. So I've come all this while, but the amount of stuff I've got in the back would never have went in the Cortina. I mean, it's full of stuff. So it's effortless cruising along at 85. without any problem. So you've got to remember about that, I suppose. The cars have come on. Yeah. This car comes into its zone when you're doing like a long journey like this, and you're in the motor. I'm going to have to do something about the shake of the steering wheel. Well, it's not a major problem, it's just a slight issue. It's a bit of an irritation. It was like that when the tyres were fitted. So it's not any different than when they were. So they were put on like new tyres like last year. And I think it was like that right away. So it's not been balanced right maybe. It's alright, we're doing 80 now, so it's fine at 80. So the food was great, everything was great, the building was a wee bit dilapidated, a little bit, and the receptionist was an idiot at the end. So probably just, we'll have to look into the next exciting trip. The overall trip, I didn't make much money, hardly to speak about really. I made more in Falkirk in one day than I did over the two, but I picked up a lot of stuff for that tractor show. So now we've got like loads of stuff for the tractor show. Tractors and buses and all sorts. I'm going to have to do a bit of preparation and get something set up for selling these tractors and buses and models.
We have some wonderful
really, yeah.
Experience together. Bring calm to your afternoon. This is the Mindful Mix.
Right.
And drift off to a peaceful sleep at night.
Every time I hear this track, I just start breathing slower.
Just ask your smart
What does that say? That's this thing about the road being closed after Cairn Bridge. We are getting sort of closer to there.
It was absolutely wonderful, so exciting.
I must say the strings of this orchestra really came alive in the second minute.
They really did, and it was wonderful to watch as
Bifocal.
so often to not just the front desk, but also to the orchestra as a whole.
So this guy was at Kingsley Hamilton.
To make that kind of chamber technique.
So he's made up this company called Far King Roadworks. Far King Roadworks. Far King. And he goes around London looking at roadworks and saying, what the fuck's this? This has been here for a week and nothing's happened. And then they've closed off the road. And they're not even working on the road, they're working on the pavement or something. They've dug a hole. They've fucked off. Far King Roadworks. That's brilliant, yeah.
So let's go right back to the beginning to hear them doing just that.
What's going on up here? What's happening here? Are you having a problem? Problem. What's happened? You stopped? Yes. Stupid electric car. we're not far from home now. We're getting there. We're getting there, like people. Aye, we are.
Residents of Lucy,
We're getting there, so I have to get in the house. Well, it'll soon be time to start probably thinking about lighting the fire, eh? Aye. What's the temperature? 17 degrees. That's still fucking 17 degrees. That's fucking roasting. Jesus Christ, is that really 17 degrees out there? Okay, I've still got the air conditioning on right off. Fucking weather's been amazing, hasn't it? The weather's been absolutely stunning. They've still got the roadworks up there at Hags, Bank Knock. What's it called again? Bonnie Bridge. I think that's Hags and that's Bank Knock. Bonnie Bridge is along a bit fair. They've had these roadworks there for about fucking 2 years. It's like, what a masterpiece it is. Oh, I can't go up and look at it because it takes like 3 hours to get back out of there. Well, maybe it's not as bad as it was the last time.
This was a building that had the city armory on the ground floor, but it had a concert space in the attic, and that was where the first concerts started to take place. There have been 3 Gewandhaus buildings since then, and it's really when Mendelssohn...
What the hell's all this about? What's that?
Started a sense of
Again, what that is.
And it then officially becomes the Civic Orchestra of Leipzig in 1840, and from then on...
I just didn't ken.
The new Gewandhaus...
What the fuck's this here? Is this a trailer? Or is it timber?
Rather than market spaces that ended in places.
Fucking hell, does that look safe? Jesus Christ. Fuck. That's fucking nuts. That fucking... What is that? Fucking BMW or something? What was that? I don't even know what sort of car it is. That looks a bit iffy. It really does. I don't like the look of that. It's too obtrusive. Yeah, I don't know if that's legal or not, who knows. The car doesn't look heavy enough for it actually. I don't know if it is or not. I don't know if it's a Vauxhall Estate insignia. Might have been.
Which for the rest of the 19th century remains the place for all composers across Europe to go. So it's not just German composers, it's Arthur Sullivan and Ethel Smythe and Edward Grieg and Isaac Albéniz and Delius and Bolt. You know, all these people who go to Leipzig.
Yes.
And the list of names of people who have been music directors of this organisation. One song, things been filmed that David following names when he was the name for
And the best thing, what I do try to do, and I'm probably better at it, is try and say less, you know, when you get in these situations with, like, the mad women come attacking you. I think they are attacking you. I think they are actually, they're out of order, and the men should be stopping them from behaving like that. What sort of woman goes out there attacking someone? Especially somebody that doesn't drive. She probably doesn't drive. Wasn't even fucking parking a car. The best thing is say a little. Try not to say too much. I did say sorry. I said I'm sorry as well. She's sorry. What the fuck are you sorry for? You want to tell somebody they shouldn't park their car there. Somebody that's leaving a hotel and you got to give them a load of grief. You stupid cow. Well, I'll give you grief because you're going to be on YouTube. I'm going to put more variations of the same video on. Are you really? Well, you can't really because there's only one video of it, isn't there? Well, I can do my critique. Yeah, my critique. Yeah, you're an idiot. Yeah. The worst it is, see if I phone up the manager, I'm not even wanting it. I don't even want money off them, so what am I wanting then? What's the point of phoning up? I just want some kind of, I want an apology? No, really. It's just that I don't like things when they don't sit right. Maybe they don't care. You know, why should they care? I don't like, it's like unfinished business. You know, it's like, it's unpleasant, isn't it, when it's not finished properly. Fraserburgh, Janie Kilo for Fraserburgh. Oh, aye. We got a little bit of rain starting, just as we're about to pull off the motorway. So thanks very much for joining me on this journey. I'm going to be going home in a minute. Getting the house. Yeah, I might light the fire tonight. I don't know. Might have a fire lighting session video tonight. No, wait a minute. It's still 16 degrees. No, it's not even fucking cold. It's the only reason it's cold is you've got the bloody air conditioner on. Hey, man, it works. Right. So I'm quite tired, I suppose. Yeah. What was the best bit of the last couple of days? I don't know. Probably buying the buses. Yeah. Frank bought a gold ring for £4 or something, and he's selling it for £25. And that's, I mean, that because it's got. He showed me how to look for it. It's the number. Was it 375 or something? But you need your eyeglass. You can't see it otherwise. You know, but it's looking for things like that. I never really ever bought gold or anything like that. I think it's just looking at jewellery and don't assume. Well, I've got a box of jewellery at home that I got for somebody, and I need to look through it. It's costume jewellery, but you know. So I mean, so the actual scrap price. Oh, the earrings. Sorry, gold earrings. Yeah. But he said it was plated. The bits at the back were silver or something. You know, the bits holding the earrings in. So they probably went. So it's like things like that. But yeah, like I'm involved with that, and these people. There's a lot of people much better at it than me, but we all do our own thing, don't we? They've got an eye for things. So you've got to be about yourself, and you've got to be on the ball, you know, and look at things properly. You've got to have the time to go around looking at everything as well. And there is money to be made if you've got the patience and that to go around looking at stuff. Yeah. What night is this? It's fucking Monday, innit? Because it's bank holiday Monday, but not in Scotland, in England. Yeah. So we are. How's the fuel situation? Oh, I fucking just over half. I filled it on Dumfries. Yeah. Don't know. I did. Aye, you did. Aye, you did. Filled it up Dumfries, didn't you? Aye, you did. So you've churned almost half of it since then. Yeah. This really is a good car. I mean, we seem to have that EGR valve, sticky EGR valve problem seems to have. It hasn't reared its ugly head. Oh, well, it hasn't done it throughout the summer, is it? Well, I spent a lot of time painting the roof of this car. I never used it for, was it May? Or was it June that I did that? I can't remember, was it May or I think it was May. For a whole month I never used the car. And I started using it in the summer. Obviously because I painted the roof, I started using it in June and July and August. And the EGR valve it's not done that sticky. But that weird thing it was doing, which was it would almost want to die out when you're driving along. And it did actually die out. It would conk out, and it would have this really weird smell when you're sitting in the driveway. When you're running, it would fucking stink. So I don't exactly know what that was. It seems to be cured. Seems to be.
Yes, exactly.
Right, so we're going now. Right, so it is a bit of a tricky street, this one. Aye, it is like, yeah, it's probably like one of the reasons to go the other way might be better. Yeah, going the other way. I have no idea how, like, I failed at being a man, yeah. I couldn't be a man and be that man that goes around putting up with women. I think there's a thing with that about gay men or homosexual men, where there's a ism in it that where it's not really necessarily that it's just that they can't cope with women, and I would fall into that category. Obviously I went and had surgery and everything. It's changed, and so my birth certificate was changed from male to female, but that, if you take it as that is a bit a false ideology, I admit it, right? But I think there is a certain case of just men who can't cope with women. That would be me. Like, I couldn't cope with their little games and everything, and that's how, like, today, that's how it's so traumatic for me, that women attacking. I think she's attacking me. I think women are attacking me when they're starting that shit, and that's the way I feel about it. And you might, oh, you're being a bit over dramatic. No, well, I don't think so. Look at that sunset. I feel attacked, and I've already started talking about this when I left Cairn Services. It was because my mother was mentally deranged, and that's just the way she was. You know, I'm not even blaming her for it. Well, I sort of am, but it was just the way she was. It was nature and nurture and all the rest of it. I don't know how the fuck she'll end up like that, but it's genetic or whatever. Upbringing, who knows. Right, thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe. We'll get in the next video. Bye! So it's 16 degrees. It's 2041. Monday evening, and we're home, and that's us away. Bye.